Hey guys, it's Richard Schaefer, the founder of Israeli Wine Direct, and I'm here tonight with one of my kids, Noah, who's 13,
Hello.
rolling in eighth grade, about to enter the final half, I guess, of his eighth grade year, and I actually wanted to interview Noah tonight because the reality is that Noah has been an important part of Israeli Wine Direct from the very beginning, and which I'm proud of. And in August of 2007, Noah and I had done a bunch of research, and we went, just the two of us, into Israel, and we met with probably 10 wineries. And we were there for about 10
Yeah.
days. We met with about 10, 12 wineries, and introduced to them this idea of being a one-stop shop for them, a platform for small premium boutique Israeli wineries to enter what has become now the world's largest wine market in the United States, bigger than Italy and bigger than France. And Noah and I took that concept to them, and he literally went to every winery with me during that week and tasted probably every wine that I did. And it was like a good just the guys time. And Noah, I think has was an important part of that, the founding of the company. And the truth is, he knows more about wine from Israel than almost everybody else in the entire country, more than me, frankly, because I think there were some wines that he really helped me understand what was important about them. Like Flam Winery, for instance, was one where Noah was said to me, "Dad, you don't get it. This winery, this wine is really the shiz. It's like, as he would say, it's like the best, and you got to understand that." So, no, well, what do you? Wine. I would just say that wine is an important part of our family life. It's a part of our meals, particularly Friday night at Shabbat. All the kids except for the 1 year old, have a little bit of wine, not only with the kiddush blessing, but with meals. And it's important in our family that our kids taste the wine and smell it and talk about it, and that they're able to be comfortable with wine, that it's a part of our meals, and that they're able to describe it and talk about it and integrate it into what they who they are. So, what do what do you think that most people don't know about wine from Israel? I mean, I think most Americans still don't know much about wine from Israel. Do you agree with that? Or
Yeah, I think most people in America don't recognize Israeli wine because it's really good, but it's such a small market that no one really thinks about it.
I mean, the thing that's been funny to me is that most people that I meet still today are like, they'll say things like, I didn't even realize that they made wine in Israel."
Yeah.
Or what are other misperceptions you think that people have about Israeli wine?
Well, most people think of it as like sweet, gross Manischewitz wine.
Like religious kiddush wine?
Yeah, and kosher also.
And as you know, most of the premium boutique wineries in Israel, in fact, are not kosher. Usually because they don't want to be. They don't want to get stuck. And I've talked before about sort of the kosher corner of the wine retailer, which is like the wine ghetto. Great wines go in, and they never come out, which has been a real marketing nightmare for Israeli wine in the United States that we're slowly beginning to overcome. At places like Wine Library in New Jersey, where they have an Israeli category now for the first time. At places like the Tasting Room in Houston, where they have, I think, 5 of our wines on the menu now, and we'll continue to add more, hopefully. Where they're rebranding together with me there as a team. We're rebranding how people think about wine from Israel. What else? What else am I missing? I mean, what is this? Do you think this is an important business, or
Yeah.
why do you think I do this?
Because you feel a connection to Israel, and you also think that people don't understand or fully recognize Israeli wine. You really like wine.
This is what I'm drinking tonight, by the way, since Noah mentioned I really like wine. Let's see if I can get this onto the camera. So this is, I think that's right this way. So this is from a winery called Flam. Flam is a family last name. The winemaker is Golan Flam, and Flam is the largest. I really like this packaging, by the way. Flam is the largest non-kosher producer in Israel today. They produce about 100,000 bottles a year, which is still a very small winery. And Golan Flam, the winemaker, he's in his late 30s, and he trained in Veneto in Italy, and came back and has really the first estate winery that he founded with his brother and his parents and his sister in, I want to say, 1998. It's located about 40 minutes outside of Tel Aviv, near Bet Shemesh, near what's called this. It's like a crossroads today with a blinking stoplight. It's called the Eshtaol Junction, but the Eshtaol Junction was thousands of years ago a trade junction where there were roads where people would travel on to carry goods and trade goods, and it's still the Eshtaol Junction today, except it's got like a stoplight there. And it's a beautiful winery that Noah's been into the tasting room there. And Golan and Gilad Flam are the brothers that run the winery. So what else? What else do we want people to know? Anything else?
Well,
I love this kid. So no, the reason I wanted Noah to come on is to just introduce people to him. And I love this kid. I consider him like a best friend of mine. And he was there at the beginning of this business in Israel, and he probably has. I think actually the kids have a much better, palate, a much better sense of smell and taste. And wine is actually primarily smell, but they seem to have a much more sensitive sense of smell and taste. At least our kids do, and they're able to discern things in wine, and they're not anxious like I think most Americans are still like anxious that we'll get something wrong with wine, which is really unfortunate because it's like a product that makes us uncomfortable still. And I think part of what I'm trying to do is get people comfortable with wine again. And Noah's going to teach me, like bring sexy back to wine. That's like a big mission of mine. just kidding. But anyway, my shirt's on, dude. Calm down. So everybody have a great night, and we'll let Noah come back at some other time and hang out with you guys. All right, see you guys. Have a good night. Say goodbye now. Goodbye.